I made a noise. How's everybody doing tonight? Well, no one's in yet. Ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. That might have been noticeable. It's out of the way. Oh, the computer's actually turning on. That's good. That's exciting. Monday. No, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday night? It is Tuesday night. Let's wait a minute here and see if anyone joins in. Da-da-da. Hey, somebody's in. Well, hello. Got a couple people in. Well, as you guys can tell, we're not in the garage because the internet in the garage. Thank you. Thank you. Well, as you guys remember from when we did the live streams, that's a lot of light there. They don't work that well, or the internet's just about out and it's kind of warm. So what's up, Chris? So yeah, so I have to go live tonight. It's been a while since we went live. For a while there, we were doing the every Sunday night deal, and that was fun. But then we ended up being at tractor pulls on a lot of Sunday nights, or been at tractor pulls all weekend, and so that's why we kind of stopped that. We'll probably start that back up in the fall, winter, kind of in the off season, just because it probably works out better that way. It's just the weekends have been a little crazy, which is really what's helped. So yeah, I will tell you what, guys, I will say, I've told some of my buddies today this already, if you're wanting to build an audience right now on YouTube, it is all about YouTube Shorts. I mean, that is what helped me for the last 2 months, is pumping out YouTube Shorts. I know that's what they're looking for in the sense of building a network. Now, I don't know how that's going to work for other things on the channel, but that's what's really helped. I had a buddy today, actually, Matt Butler from a Wisconsin Tractor Pull Forum. Yeah, that's it. I always get his YouTube name wrong, and he's been going really good this last summer too. And I told him, hey, put a short out, see what it does, and it really quick got views. So I know that's what the algorithm is liking. And again, I'm not much of my channel. I've never been too hard on the like pushing for that, see what's working. But at the same time, when this started working about a month and a half ago, I thought, well, maybe we'll try it. So anyway, but yeah. So as you guys remember, last week we were at 5 tractor pulls in 6 days. Yeah, because it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, no pull Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, 5 pulls in 6 days. Yeah, thanks, man. It's been, I was hoping to do it last year, but it just, with moving and everything, it just got, my uploads got lower. And this summer, Mrs. Bibster, she's actually upstairs with the baby right now, has been awesome at just basically letting me chase after things. And so that's what's allowed me to, spend 3 nights a weekend going to these tractor pulls, and what's really helped out. Still got the projects going on. You can, and also help me out because I usually answer a bunch of questions. And so I'll cause all the trouble. I'm trying to actually get everything fired up on the computer too. This computer hasn't been fired up for probably like 3 months. So that's always interesting. But yeah, I am planning on, in September, there's a show in Geneseo, which is just south of us. I'm planning on going down there and make sure this volume's down on the TV. Going down there for a few days and filming that. I mean, it's not like staying, but that'll be a cool show. You guys remember we did that show last year? It's a working show, so it's got all sorts of really cool stuff at it. This weekend we are at Whiteside County for an ISP pull, Illini State, and then we are also at Saturday. We'll be in Palo for an ECI pull. So those are my 2 polls so far this weekend. I don't think I have anything else planned. Next weekend is, we'll see how next weekend goes. There's only 3 ECI shows. Well, there's 4 ECI shows left after this week. Well, this weekend is 1, and then there's 2 next weekend. And then on Labor Day, when I have a demolition derby is their last one, which is in Gurney City, which if you don't know where that's at, that's on the other side of Des Moines. So there's only 4 classes. So sorry guys, I've been loving trying to go to almost every poll lately, but that is going to be a no for me because that's way out there. That is, of course, I've almost gone to Minnesota with them too. So anyway, what else Tuesday going? You know, it's exciting tractor-wise. I'm trying to think. It was fun to go to the teat poll on Sunday. It was nice to be. I've been at a teat poll for a couple months, so it was nice to get back and see those guys. This is just not the computer's acting super slow. Hopefully we'll get the Farmall at least one more poll this year. Just been with all the other stuff going on, it's gotten kind of backburnered, and then it hasn't been a top priority like it should be. And I still got the Super to get done too. But yeah. So yeah, exciting stuff. If this internet could work on my computer, hope it's working on the phone. That'd be disappointing. Yeah, I don't have. I don't know. I mean, there's one like literally right. There's one right here, and then there's like 2 more. You can't actually see the case that's over here. The other problem is one. Look. There's another one right there. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple. That one. Should probably fix that Martin back there. I have just a couple guitars. I don't really ever get a chance to do anything with them. The worst part is all of my guitar gear is still packed up from a couple months ago when I took it somewhere. So I don't even have. There's actually no way to play anything, which is good because I can't play that well. Yeah. There's always one literally right here. Yeah, that's true. Jeez, 4-2 key changes. I'm gonna have to change my capo twice. You know, I play at church. I just play with the capo and just play the same key. But that's true. We could make the Oliver Guy band. Wait a minute. I mean, technically we could. There would be something to that. He is. There is a keyboard like right here. I mean, you can't see it, but I'm not that good at that for sure. In my quest for silly instruments. Oh, I know. I was assuming that. All right, so we got this up now. Wanted to actually get the, oh yeah, I should do that. The live chat going on my computer so I can actually run it a little bit better than on my phone. But yeah, so exciting stuff. So the new stuff that's gonna come on the channel, obviously. So here's the one thing, and I didn't announce this before. Oh, that thing's freaking out. Is I was gonna do a giveaway for 1,000 subscribers, but then the last like month and a half, they went way too fast for me to get the stuff for the giveaway. So what I want to do is I'm gonna start debating whether I want to keep it a secret or I'm still gonna do some. Okay, I'm still gonna keep it a secret what I'm gonna do for the giveaway, but that's true, Ross. But what I'm gonna do is I'll do a video in the next week or two, but I'm gonna do the giveaway now because we got to 1,000 so fast, and what I want to do isn't gonna work. No, it's not that. Maybe when I get that much from, I'm just hoping to make tens of dollars. I've made tens of dollars on Facebook, so making tens of dollars on YouTube, that's all I'm going for. But there'll be a giveaway, but I'll do it at 1,500 subscribers. That gives in theory, because I know once polling season goes down, it won't be as drastic. It was a climb for me to get what I'm going to do for the giveaway and give enough time for it all to work. Because I plan on it should be pretty cool. Should be kind of big, but I just don't want to. Yeah, $1 per year. Yeah, that's exactly how it's an installment payment, $1 per year, after taxes and processing. So you'll get 35 cents per year. So, and it'll come in the form of 5 pop cans, 5 Iowa deposit pop cans. Will be how the payment comes. So hopefully you have deposit. I mean, some of you guys are close to Michigan, so you can at least you can be right there. You get 10 cents. It's like the old Seinfeld episode. But yeah, so there's still going to be a giveaway, and I know it's like I put a thing on Facebook about it, and then I had planned on because I have to go. Yes, the lump sum is $23.75. I would take the lump sum because I don't think I'm going to be able to give $1 for 1,000 years, 1,000 months, maybe pushing it. But so we're still going to do something. I just want to make sure. Basically, I have to. in order to do the giveaway, I need to go get the things for the giveaway, and they're not like I can't just Amazon it. Essentially, is what I'm saying. So I have a plan to make a video of doing that, but I haven't had a chance. I haven't had a Saturday to go do that yet, and it might not happen till once everything really slows down. Like to go on a Saturday and to go because it's gonna take me almost a day to actually get the things occurred. But once I do it, I'll do a video on it. So don't. If some of you guys saw that and were like, "Wait, he said he was gonna do a giveaway. Now he's at 1,000 subs. He's not giving anything away." I'll give away. Nope, I like that one too much. Maybe the screwdriver. No, but so there's still gonna be something. It's just a matter of I need to be able to get it, and I don't want to announce it because the way I want to announce it, you guys all know it's for the views, and you got to do it the right way, sort of the right way. Oh, the water's running. So, but yeah, I gotta definitely thank the other my buddies that do YouTube. You know, Chris, Ross, Flegel, obviously guys that have shared my channel during this time and kind of also been something to look, take points from. Yeah, it's just the inflatable type. Wow, I'm already getting way more ridiculous than I normally get in my videos. But for being it's the burning lasted for weeks. But it normally, for some of the, being able to bounce ideas off some, giving tips and stuff like that. Even just the shout outs and stuff. So yeah, it's Ross is he's definitely he's taking us pulling us right down with him. But so yeah, it's been a lot of fun, especially like I said, a lot of the different clubs, ECI, Illini Polars, Badger State, Pete Monster. Trying to think of all the other organizations and clubs that I've worked with over the last couple of years, and they've let me film stuff. Community up in Wisconsin for the antique side of things. Being able to go film and basically getting the content. I mean, it's not been free for me to get because it costs to do it all. You know what that means. Oh yes. But a matter of allowing me to go do that, and like I said in my post today, ECI for sure, because they're totally cool with me going way too close on the track. Like, the dumb places. Yeah. Versus, other, it's just knowing that I'm not going to get run over by a tractor, but I've always instructed them, if something happens when I'm at the polling track filming, and I get hit by something or, Lord knows, I couldn't somehow hop out of the way. How would that happen? To make sure to tuck my phone in when they're like putting my arm back on, so that way I can at least upload the video. Because I'll be pretty disappointed if I can't at least get the content out there if I'm going to get run over by a tractor. So yeah, is that? Well, there's a Paul the Cat sighting, of course. But yeah, so. It's been fun. It's been really fun doing YouTube. Like I said, I started, for those that don't know, we'll maybe do a little bit of the history. So during COVID, the unfun times of COVID, my dad had me work on, he bought an Oliver 550, I don't know, we bought it in 2019, I think, and it had the leak from the front of the transmission, bad, like just gallons, like 4 gallon, or you'd put like 5 gallons in every time you'd have to want to move it. You just put the 5-gallon container back underneath it and just let it drain. So, and he was like, hey, you're laid off, because at that point that summer I was laid off for the summer, and because of COVID and all that fun. And so he said, hey, if you want, I'll pay you to do the seals, replace the clutch, do all that stuff. So I did that, and through that I started watching some more YouTube stuff. I mean, plus I was laid off for the summer, so I didn't have much to do. And after that, during that project, we actually bought the Oliver 60, which is what the first project on the channel was. And I kind of thought while I was doing that, and I was doing some stuff at work where I was starting to make YouTube videos for work, and I thought, I should probably do this. I should probably start. Well, at that point, the 550 project was over, so it was too late for that one. So on the Oliver 60, I started on that project, filming, and started the channel from there. So that was 2 years ago in November, and at the time I had like 30 subscribers somehow from uploading random race stuff, and there's a really old video of me demoing a guitar pedal, just because I was just throwing stuff out there. So that's when I rebranded the channel to BIBSTER'S Repair Shop from BIBSTER'S Promotions. What's up, Gary? And I ended up, starting it there. Like I said, and then it was like find a community of fellow tractor guys and gals and farming related content, tractor related content, and all this stuff, and everybody was super cool. Like, it's not like anyone was like, oh, you're entering into a crowded room already. So that's been really fun, and getting to know some more of them and getting to meet, like, at the summer show, got to meet Chris and a few others, Owen, a few other guys that do YouTube and stuff that also do, that also do tractor stuff. So it's been really fun to do that and meet you guys, and like I said, and getting to just see parts, getting to realize that growing up, I was probably the only kid, well, definitely was the only kid in art school that was not on that did not live on a farm that was crazy about tractors, and then to realize you're not the only one out there. There's at least 1,000 of us out there now, officially. Well, actually, way more than that, because of some of your guys' channels, but yeah, so that's kind of how I started doing YouTube, or for that. And then it just kind of went from there, all the projects. And then, like I said, we moved last summer, so that kind of put a dampener in actually putting a lot of videos out. And it's, like I said, the case VAC is still in the garage. There's a whole lot of issues with that, with an engine, and I haven't been super public about it because we might be getting ripped off. I'm not sure. And it's been hard because I need to make contact with the guy, and my customer's been trying to make contact, and there's just been some stuff going on. So I've been keeping it all behind the scenes because I don't want to basically go out there and have to, what's up, Tom? Kind of have to say things that I don't want to have to, I don't mouth anything, but there's something fishy is going on with that project. So it's currently just still sitting in there, but I still think we're gonna do some work on a 770 maybe this fall. Just been this summer got really busy really fast with tractor pulls. I mean, you guys could see the videos of like 3 a weekend, 4 a weekend, so because of that I haven't gotten a lot of the other projects done. So that's kind of doing an update on that of the farm all still sits in the same spot when I backed it in after breaking all those parts, or not breaking all those parts, but breaking a few parts in Davenport with that when I was pulling way too heavy, which I ended up realizing what also happened on that when I wheel hopped, and I don't know if I talked about it in the video, but basically there's like the hoop drawbar that, well, when the thing started to wheel hop, those bolts that go on there, there was lock washers on them, and when it wheel hopped, it shook those, and they were the older bolts, and they must have not been as tight as I thought they were, and the washers came out, so that whole thing got loose, and I think that's what really helped put the bend in the drawbar. So that's still a bummer. Still walk by it every day looking at it like, and that's a matter of, again, it's just a busy deal. I know there's a guy with some up by Freeport with some drawbars. I just got to get up there and get one. It's just a matter of, again, a night that I'm not doing anything or got a pull to go to. Hopefully, like I said, in the next week or two, pulling season basically goes, because obviously everyone starts farming again, so they can't be going to pulls all the time. So once that happens, that should make it easier to do more projects and hopefully be able to carry this on to the winter, And I'm planning on the 26th and 27th of August. I feel like there's like 4 different events going on. That's Paul again. But I think I'm gonna try and go to Sigourney for their pull. They're gonna have a 2-day pull with 2 sleds. I'm gonna try and go to at least one of those days now, because I think that'd be kind of fun to go out to Sigourney again, film that. The nice part is I know there's a couple guys that are gonna be out there filming, so it's not as crucial to film the whole thing, but go out there, not take the tractors or nothing, because Lord knows the old farm all is not ready for those. Those are their top. I think it's top cut is their lowest class out there, and I think they're NATPA rules. Hello, Emily. Hello, Mrs. BIBSTER. Their rules are a little more. They're a little tougher than what my old thing's going to be able to do, and Sigourney is a pretty far haul to go take it, and get whooped up on. But I can go watch and hang out with my buddies. We are still planning on, yes, well, that's upstairs. I'm in the basement now. It's with exposed joists and plethora of guitars. But I'm still planning on doing the tractor show at some point, but it won't be probably till next year now, just because my goal with that was to do the preseason one. I'm hoping now that I have some of these friends that pull with ECI, I'm hoping maybe we can get a few of those guys to come over. I think it'd be pretty cool to have like a 7,700 pound 360 light stock, or hot stock there. Just a few things to kind of razzle it up a little bit. We'll see. It all depends on what we can get done. But yeah, I think that'll do. I really didn't, as like most things I've done in life, I didn't really prepare a lot for this because, well, that would make sense. Hear a noise behind me. Oh, just think. But yeah, so we're at 1,000. We're gonna try, like I said, we'll do the giveaway. If you guys are kind of joining in late, I know some of you guys have popped back in, but we're gonna do the giveaway at 1,500 subscribers now, just because I didn't have the stuff. It's gonna be a big giveaway. It's gonna be 5 items, I can say that, and they should be good. I mean, if you're a tractor person, you're gonna like it. If you're not a tractor person, I don't know why you're on this channel, because that's kind of what we do here. So, but don't want to subscribe. It's gonna hit me right in the feels. But yeah, if you're, it's kind of what it's obviously what it's gonna be about. But yeah, so we'll do that at 1,500. Hopefully, in the next couple weeks, we will. I'll release and actually announce what it's gonna be. But yeah. Anyway. Yes, 3 toasters, a microwave, and an inflatable duck. Yes. You somehow guessed it correctly. I can't believe it's the 3. I've opened 3 savings accounts, so I got those 3 toasters years ago. They've been sitting there. The microwave, that's the tricky one. It's not mine. It's gonna be my neighbor's microwave too. I have to go. Hopefully they don't miss it. But yeah. Lug nuts from a 2-wheel drive Chevy, enough for the whole wheel. That's true. Yeah, could be all the lug nuts. If I was only giving 3 things away, it could be the lug nuts for my left front tire on the Honda, because I don't need run 3 because I stripped the bolt out on one. Ooh, llama. That's a good choice too. It could also be 3. If it was only 3, it could also be the number of actually working brakes on the Honda, because that left rear is on race car mode and pinched off. No worry, I could put 14,000 miles on that car so far. I gotta say, the $800 Honda, knock on plastic table. Actually, there's one behind there, but it's been pretty reliable for what stupidity things we do to it, which is pretty dumb. Well, now I feel like it's gonna have to be an inflatable llama too. Now I can hear Glenn up there just having a hoot. Maybe he'll have to come down and visit. But yeah, so that's what's gonna be. I mean, it could be. I'm trying to think if I have something here where I could like hint. Well, this would be a hint. No, I won't show that. I won't do that. That would be a hint, but I won't do that. That would be too obvious. But yeah, exciting times. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I happened to work today. I was in the middle of making parts, and I looked down at my phone and saw that I'd updated a reel or a short. So basically, how I do that is, so you guys all know I film on my phone. Everything's off my phone. So the night of the poll, I edit the whole video, have it ready to go the next morning. Then I just save as much footage as I can, and then I just drop reels all week long. Like, you guys obviously will see that. But and then when I don't have enough room on my phone, I just get rid of the last poll that I can't have, and then put more up. So it's the question of, and this is where I haven't figured out with YouTube yet. Like, how many is too many? Like, is there a limit where they're gonna pull your reel? Like, the algorithms work. I don't know how this all works. I'm not a scientist or an engineer or more than 4 brain cells, so I don't know. I really don't know how it works. But yeah. So that Geneseo show, I'll be there. If you're a John Deere guy, there will be it's a John Deere themed show this year. So, but it's still a fun show. It's a working show, so you can go there and they'll plow. They'll picker comments. Well, who's that? Is that Glenn?
Yep, he's coming downstairs by himself.
Well, I know he's not coming downstairs by himself. That would be silly. Come here, buddy. Oh. Yeah. Star of the show. What do you think, buddy? Yeah? He's not much of a talker yet. What do you think? He's a little confused. But yeah, I think he'll be actually at that Geneseo show. Glenn will be there.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see how the day goes. We will see. Huh. Glenn is not sure. Glenn is very confused.
He's never been over here.
That's true. He hasn't ever been over here. Glenn, you want to play guitar?
No.
Play guitar, Glenn?
He does
Do
not.
you want to play guitar, Glenn? He maybe does. He maybe does. But yeah, so... Yeah, he's going to be... We'll see how he does. We'll see how he does. It depends on the day. Oh. What do you think, buddy? So, fun fact in the Glenn camp is when he first cut his first 2 teeth, there's 2 bottom teeth. He cut at the same time, and now he's cutting 2 teeth on the top. So, fun times. Glenn, are you just? Yep, he's more mesmerized. Sorry, folks, he's more mesmerized by the guitars and mom and other
Everything
things.
in the room.
What's up, Crazy Dave? How's your summer been going? I know it's probably a little. Obviously, this is the first year where things are a little bit different, with the whole farm thing. But
My goodness.
that was almost danger zone.
Excuse you.
That was almost danger zone. Don't puke on Dad during a live stream. That would make good content at least.
It would make good content.
But yeah, it's been pretty exciting because you're still got. I'm behind on. You're still doing the tractor where you have to pour all the bearings, the Babbitt bearings. Like that is well above my knowledge of tractors. I'm essentially that stuff's cool and neat, but it's well over my thought process. Yeah, that's what's fun. I'm excited because there's a few shows. I haven't decided. There was that was it Rainer Brothers? Is that how you say it? Renner is it? They're doing that big farm day we're supposed to do, and oh yeah, that is true. It's not like you can't call up Corvs on that thing. They're doing that big show down by St. Louis, and I've thought about Dad and I were talking about going to that, but yeah, it's true. He's got all that sweet honey money. Does he still do honey? Maybe no, it was see you later, buddy. It was syrup.
Bye, guys.
The syrup money. But yeah, so Glenn's gonna try and go to bed now. Hopefully,
Fingers crossed.
0 chance of that. 0 chance.
No chance.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I've been almost up to Minnesota. Actually, if Gary, if you're still watching, I'll be in. I think it's Tripoli. Is Tripoli how you say it? It's up there because you were saying that when I was in Waverly, I was only about an hour from your place. Wow. Custom pistons. Ooh, that does not sound. That sounds expensive. But Gary, I know when I was at Waverly, you said I was about an hour away. I think it's like Tripoli, something like that. Tripoli. It's next weekend. I'll be up there. Wait a minute. Yeah, that won't work for that. Oh. And that's why we don't do things on the computer, because the computer that's just been sitting there legitimately just watching the live stream so I can watch the chat just decided to shut off. And you wonder why I do everything on my phone. Good job, computer. Good job. But yeah, I just realized that'll be next weekend. So yeah, Gary, if you're not doing anything, I think that'll be Friday night. It's a Friday night poll, which is good because it's like 3 hours home for me for that. So I'll definitely want to be able to sleep in the next day. But yeah, so I was just thinking about that because I know that the Waverly poll we were pretty close to. That was a fun poll. That was just a little. That track had a lot of rocks in it. Like that at Waverly, they also did like the combine. Oh hey man, which truck is yours, Jeremy? I should know. I really should know, but I don't. Let me try to think. Nope. Drawing a blank. I really like that 2.6 class. You guys haven't seen, if you guys watch my videos, the 2.6 class for ECI this year is perfect. It is just, we get 8 or 9 trucks. Oh, tense moments. Okay, perfect. Okay. That helps, because a lot of guys, I know you by your trucks. I know a few of you because I've seen you outside, but sometimes you'll come up after a pull and I'm like, what? Show me the tractor. Okay, I know who you are. But that 2.6 class for ECI, really competitive, and it's a cool class because it's not as it's not as wild as some of the other ones. You know, like ISP, they run like a 3.6. That's a lot. I mean, that's a big step up in what you're doing to the trucks. They also have a lighter class too, but that 2.6 class, like I said, we get 8 or 9 trucks, almost every hook, which is nice. Looks like you know that class is really through the year stayed pretty consistent. You know, it's not been too like dropping off. We've had a couple other classes that's like, we get a bunch, we get a few. We get a bunch, we get a few. We get a bunch, we get a few. And it's nice for the crowd to have a nice big class. You know, no one wants to see, at that level, you don't want to see 3 tractors out there. So it's nice to see, or 3 trucks. I mean, that'd be, hopefully we'll get some more 3.0 trucks. That'd be extra nice. But yeah, it's been a lot of. Yeah, and I don't know if the 3.0 trucks, there's not as many, and and Jeremy, you'll know this more than I, so I'm talking literally out of my shoe on this, and I don't know if maybe there's going to be some 2.6 trucks that'll might go up to that, you know, decide, hey, I want to not be so thick with the competition. I mean, we did, and the ECI did it this year where the 2.6 and the 3.0s always were together, so that way at least it made it, you know, we didn't just have the 3.0s at a pole and we have 2 trucks, or we don't have any trucks for that class. But yeah, that 2.6 class has really been popping. I think that one and like our light limited class is always good competition, and always a good number. It's been really fun. If you guys have never seen, I mean, obviously if you watch my channel, you've seen some of the ECI polls. But if you're in Iowa or Western Illinois or southern Minnesota or southern Wisconsin, because we actually get into Wisconsin, check out the ECI polls. They're really tons of different classes. I mean, everything from our farm stock tractors, which are farm stock, all the way up to a 4.1 light limited pro, and that's about a 2,500 horsepower tractor. Those 2.6 trucks are like, Jeremy will know for sure what his is, but they're like, I think they say like 12 to 14, somewhere in there. Really nice class, really great shows. We most of our shows we try and get done in 3.5 to 4 hours. We really like that, or 3 to 3.5 hours, depending on how many classes we have. And so this is a great group to work with. I've worked with a lot of different clubs doing things, and nothing against any of the other ones. It's just I really like when I was pulling with clubs that weren't ECI. Just because I didn't know them as well, it was fun to go back. It was fun to be back with ECI again, just to be, you know, going to the pits and knowing the guys and knowing the gals that drive, and knowing the people at registration, and knowing, you know, the guys on the track, knowing you better, you know. And obviously the first pull I did with them, they didn't know who I was, so they looked at me funky. But it's been fun this summer to get to know them more and be able to, you know, they know that I'll jump or move or wander away for sure. But yeah, so that 2.6 class, I've gotten on a wild tangent on it, but I do, like I've told a lot of people that's a fun class. Hopefully, like I said, it'd be nice. Hopefully see all those trucks back next year. We hopefully get a couple more, because that's my big thing. And you guys over watch my live streams, so something I always hark on is, this computer's not gonna fire back up, so I gotta kill it again. Is if every year you're gonna lose some vehicles, whatever motorsport you're in, there's gonna be vehicles that get, you know, people get out of it. Something breaks, they can't fix it. Something happens back at home, they can't get back into the sport. And so if your club, organization, sanctioning body, whatever it is that is in charge, and as competitors too, if you're not getting new drivers out there and new people to try the sport out, if it's, you know, and even if it's, I wanted to go to, I've been down to Kentucky, I'm going to be there It's a haul, but it's a Friday night haul, so it's gonna be fine. So yeah, I'm not going to Gurney City, but I'm gonna be I'm gonna be this weekend at Palo, and then Tripoli, and then what is it? Manchester? Marengo. Marengo. Next weekend. So I'm gonna go to 3 out of the last 4 ones, and then I'll probably hit up the banquet because that sounds like fun. But yeah, it'll losing trucks. Or losing vehicles. So if you're not gaining more and getting new people interested in the sport, and like I said, even if it's, somebody goes to a poll and they see a 4-1 light limited pro and they're like, well, I'm not building that. That seems a little not light limited pro, sorry, limited pro stock. That seems a little excessive. But maybe I can get into this farm stock class. Or maybe you can find the person yeah, that's a show. That's a show and a half. The one I want to get to, I'd like to go to Hillsborough next year. Just to go to it. I mean, obviously, this weekend's Bowling Green, so that's the big, that's the one you want to hit at some point as a Poland fan. I'm hoping this winter, too, to go to some of the indoor shows. I think that'd be fun. And that's the thing, too, is a lot of these classes, a lot of these sanctioning bodies that have kind of started getting wilder and wilder and wilder. And it isn't even if you don't change anything, it's just the nature of the beast. It's nice that there's clubs that still have the little bit, and they say more affordable. Nothing's affordable in any motorsport, but easier, more accessible is what I like to say. And ECI has that. I mean, a lot of clubs have that, but the 13,000-pound farm stock class is a little more accessible. There's still some playing with, and there's still some stuff that those tractors are not farm, and then what they do, and it's a great equalizer. You throw a speed limit on it, and it makes it more about not breaking the speed limit and pulling fine versus pulling really well, but you broke the speed limit. But yeah, if you're not, but as a club is trying to find those new members and find people that aren't into the sport, and even if it's not somebody that's like, hey, I like like somebody like me where I don't have a pulling tractor like that. I mean, I have an old antiquer, but getting involved with the club and getting to know them and trying to help out when I can helps out as well. I mean, there's people in the crowd that would love to, have an opportunity to help and help with different ways within a club and an organization. Those people you can find, and then some of those people might eventually turn into a puller. They'll get around one. Maybe someone will be selling out. They can get a deal. There's all this sorts of stuff. But you guys know I always like to talk about once we get on a live stream for a while, we always end up talking about how to not fix motorsports, but how to improve motorsports. And I think it comes down to it's that whole you gotta have rules where your competitors can be competitive and feel like they're staying with it. Like you look at the while we're talking about tractor pull, we'll look at like the light limited super stock class. Now, ECI runs a 6450 and a 6700. Everyone else runs a 6250 and a 6500 for alcohol versus diesel. And there's some debate there, and I've been watching a lot of those polls. That's that class, other than their 466 limited pro, polls quite a bit. So there's not too many polls where the light limited super stocks aren't there. And yeah, we got a couple really good alcohol tractors that when they show up, if they're on fire. But we've got, there's some good diesel tractors there that are running with it pretty well, and you got to see that. You have to see that kind of evenness, otherwise you're going to have to change things and try and rebalance them. So I think they have that 250-pound weight variance and the tire variance. I think they have that pretty close. And a lot of that comes down to consistency. The Zenz brothers are on top of that points, and they've been at every pole and hooked pretty well. They've had some off nights. They've had some really on nights. And, with anything, it's a battle of attrition. If you can show up to every pole, you're going to be good to go. So, but yeah, that's something that is interesting to me to see, is how that has all gone. And, we have some classes of ECI this year that the point race is pretty much over, or not pretty much over, but close to over, unless there's a major break. Which that can change a few things up in those. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, let's see if I can get this computer to fire back up now. I'm trying to think of any other exciting news. Like I said, we're gonna go Poland 2 nights this weekend. Working some projects. Gonna drop a tree on Saturday. I might film some of that because we're using a tractor. So, tractor's involved. Camera's got to come out. As long as I don't film that, because for insurance purposes, we don't have to say what we were actually doing. You know how that goes. But yeah, this has been going about 45 minutes. But again, I just that's Tom, that's a really good point about the difference in knowing what is what. And I'm the same way. When I was a kid, I remember going to ooh, nice. When I was a kid, I remember going to polls, and you didn't know what the difference was. Like, and it's nothing. I mean, it's hard to know. I mean, at that point, there wasn't the internet. Nowadays, I've been at polls, and I've pulled up rule books on my phone from the sanctioning body to figure out, what does this class mean? What does this say? Because I like to know. And I think that's a really important thing. And I'm going to try and do, probably one of my off-season projects I'd like, and I'll probably say this here, is to maybe go and do an in-depth, like, this is a light limited super stock. This is a 466 hot limited pro stock. And this is a 9500 farm stock. What would be cool, and again, I'm saying this now, so now that it's out in the air, it's going to have to happen, is maybe meeting, oh, this would be cool. Okay, here's what we'll do. Here's my thought process. And again, maybe this won't happen, but over the off season, getting with one tractor from each class of, we'll start with the ECI, maybe we'll expand that, but ECI for sure. Excuse me. One tractor from each class or truck for your truck guys, and then do an in-depth of how to, thank you tractor orders, of how to, like, what that class is, you know, like, hey, we're here, Steve Zenz and the Z-Ride, or the Zenz brothers, I always forget which one's driving which one, but you know, that would be something where, and you can explain what the class is a little more, because I think that's very true, Tom, that when you know what they are, then you go, oh, this tractor weighs this much in. It can have this size turbo. And I say the ECI announcers, and I announce 2 polls, so I'm not putting myself in this when I brag about this. A lot of their announcers do very well. A lot of their main announcers, like the ones that aren't like, do very well at explaining that and talking about what the classes are. And I think that's very important, because an informed fan eventually becomes an informed competitor. You know, if you tell the fans what they are, if you tell the fans, like, hey, this is our too hot to farm class, like, this is one of our more easy classes to get into. Easy. I mean, here's the nutty part. I'll say this. The too hot to farm class, they say those things are like 1,000 horsepower. What? It's just insane. It's insane what they are. But it's just, you know, it's explaining like, oh, this is what this class is. This is what this class is. Because when you're watching, you go, well, that makes more sense. You know, I mean, obviously, like when the pro stocks pull up there, you're like, well, that seems a bit bigger and louder and faster and ridiculous than, you know, something like a 13,000 pound farm stock. But it's good to know that, and I definitely think that something that, you know, informing that, and if I can do that over the winter, I know for sure I could find at least one and possibly 2 for most of all the classes to be able to go and explain what the truck or tractor is. And not, you know, drivers, if you're watching this back later, or you're watching it now, Jim, if you're still chaining out, I'm not going to be like, hey, let's open your hood and start poking around at everything, because I know what's behind closed doors stays behind closed doors unless I have a tech badge on. But I always do laugh at that. It brings up a funny story of, so when I first got started doing BIBSTER promotion stuff, I was doing lawnmower races. That's my first thing I ever did. But before that, I was, that's, computer software freaking out. But my Mako Tools guys, that would be cool. That would be cool. Those are, and there's some good clubs out there by Michigan, Northern Indiana, that you should definitely be able to find something. Even get out to 1 or 2. It's always, those are fun. But when I first started announcing stuff, I was doing lawnmower races, and so before then, my Mako tool guy, Tony was a lawnmower racer. He had a thing. It was called the War Horse. The thing was sweet. It was an old what was it? Wheel horse chassis with a Kohler V twin in it. Stupid RPM, and he would tell me a lot about it, like a lot about what was on the inside, things he had done to make it, very, very nice. And suddenly, I become an announcer for his club, and I do some national shows. What does Tony stop telling me? What's inside his engine? Because suddenly, when I have a mic in my hands, they get worried that I'm going to just spout out what it is. But I was doing one poll, and it was I was doing with John Isaacs, who's the president of the Johnson County Fair Board, and his buddy races pulls one of the Supermont two-wheel drives, the Flowable Insanity. And I had said something about, like, yeah, it looks like that was going on the track. And he's like, oh, I was going to say that. I thought the other guys would notice with the notes. And I was like, I didn't know. Like, it just looked like it was doing. Lawnmower races are fun to watch. We have a club around here, just north of us, that I need to get to. And hopefully maybe help with them a little bit of, we kind of got to push a little bit of things with them. If nothing changes, it's going to keep going down. And I love lawnmower. And lawnmower racing is what got BIBSTER'S started. I was announcing a lawnmower race before BIBSTER Promotions was a thing. I announced a lawnmower race at 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, and by 6 o'clock that night, I had decided BIBSTER Promotions was what it was going to be called, and went from there. So that was actually around this time in 2017. So about 5 years ago, actually. Weird, wild stuff. But yeah, so it's just funny to me that once they know you're gonna have a mic in your hand, sometimes they don't like to say everything. And I always tell racers, I said, listen, I'm not gonna go up there and be like, hey, he said he's got a bit of a little too hot of a cam in that thing, or not that there's not thinking any rules on cams, but like, oh, he says it's a 466, but something like that, or he's got a nitrous bottle hidden in his rear end, which that was a thing. And I've always heard that story, but I've never seen any actual pictures of it. That back in the day, I guess there was some tractor. I mean, this is back in the wild 70s and 80s, and some tractor got blew the rear end up at the end of the track, and when it blew the rear end out, there was a nitrous bottle in the rear end housing. That's what like I said, never known if it was actually true, but I've always heard that story, and so I figure it probably is true. If you hear that thumping upstairs, that's Glenn in the jumper. He's a man of so much energy. So very much energy. Anyway, we're approaching on an hour, and I still gotta, he's still doing that. So I think I'm going to sign off here. Again, I just want to say thank you to everybody. This last basically 2 years now of doing YouTube has been a blast, and getting to this threshold, I don't know what's going to really mean now. And I know technically now it changes things on how my YouTube works, and it's that first big threshold, and it's just something that I've been trying to get for a while, but it's just exciting to finally hit that. So hopefully there'll be many more of these videos of hitting big milestones, and we'll be doing a lot of cool stuff on the channel. So make sure to hang out. If you could, one thing that does really help is sharing and commenting on the videos. I know it's silly. It sounds funny. Like, why does it matter if you comment? I don't have anything in my head that I could play. And here's the deal. So my pedal board, I'll go nerdy guitar things because I'm distracted. My pedal board is right. Where's my pedal? My pedal board's upstairs, actually, because I played it at church. So I don't even have, and my amp is not, this amp's fine, but it's not plugged in. I can't actually, I don't have all my stuff like here because I played at church. So I will, I'll do some guitar stuff eventually. I've always said I was going to do guitar things, and I have a couple to work on. There's a few back there, but it's a little side project. But yeah, otherwise I don't like the. I'm not good. It's not good. It's more. I have more gear than talent, and it's not even close. But yeah, I know, and that's the thing. And it just comment is weird because in my other YouTube I was to know this, like, so how YouTube works is they look at engagement. So watching the video is one source of engagement. Liking the video is make sure that was not flipping you guys off. Liking the video is the second source of engagement, and then commenting is the third. And it basically, if you can get all three of those, it helps with the algorithm. So, it's one of those, you know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to send him an inflatable duck now. I mean, this just has to happen. I'm pretty sure he's got a PO, so it's gonna be good. But and that's what helps. And it doesn't. I mean, and I don't always do it, but so anyway. But yeah, we'll see you guys. This if you're pulling with ECI and Palo, I'll see you Friday or Saturday. I'll see some of you guys at Whiteside. But yeah, we'll. Thanks again for hanging out, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.